All right, let's talk about Game 3 of IPL 2026. You've got Chennai Super Kings versus Rajasthan Royals. Now, on paper, this thing was a total blowout. I mean, Rajasthan won by 8 wickets with nearly 8 overs left to play. But, sometimes the most one-sided games hide the most fascinating stories. And this one is a pure masterclass in how to completely dismantle an opponent. And just to be clear, this was not a thriller. Not even close. Critechery's analytics gave this match a Humdinger score of just 1.5 out of 10. That's about as low as you'll ever see, which basically confirms this game was over before it really even began. So you might be asking, why are we even breaking this down, right? Well, because sometimes a total demolition tells you way more about strategy, pressure, and execution than any down-to-the-wire nail-biter ever could. So let's get into exactly how this all went down. Okay, so it all starts with Chennai's batting. And really, there's no other way to put it. It was a complete and utter disaster. Rajasthan won the toss, they decided to bowl first, and their bowlers, well, they just got straight to work. Just look at this. The power play was an absolute train wreck for CSK. Their biggest names were back in the dugout in the blink of an eye. Nandre Berger and Joffer Archer were just on another level, using raw pace and a bit of seam to totally tear apart Chennai's top order. By the time the 6th over was done, CSK were reeling at 38 for 4. And here it is, the whole problem in a single sentence. 14 runs, total, from your first 4 guys. You just can't win a T20 game from there. The foundation wasn't just shaky, it basically didn't exist at all. And you could just feel the dominance from the bowlers. I mean, when Joffer Archer sent that 143 kph rocket to get rid of the CSK captain, Ruturaj Gaikwad, the commentary team absolutely nailed it. That wasn't just a wicket, that was a statement. And right when you think, okay, surely it can't get any worse, it does. Sarfaraz Khan was the one guy who looked like he might be able to put up a bit of a fight. But then, in the 8th over, Ravindra Jadeja gets him. And then just 4 balls later, he gets Shivam Dubey too. That one over took a really bad situation and turned it into an absolute catastrophe. Now, to really get a grip on this collapse, we can use this cool analytical tool called the burn rate. Think of it like this. It's a measure of efficiency. It tracks how well a team is using its 2 most precious resources, that's wickets and overs, to actually put runs on the board. And when you compare the 2 teams, the difference is just staggering. On the left, you've got CSK's innings, which is described as a resource free fall. They were losing wickets so fast they were in the red zone by just the 5th over. And on the right, Rajasthan's chase was a calm, efficient cruise. Look at the numbers. CSK used up nearly 20 overs and all 10 wickets to get to 127. Rajasthan, they only needed about 12 overs and 2 wickets to get the job done. But see, the story of this demolition isn't just about how badly Chennai failed. It's also about the absolutely mind-blowing performance from one of Rajasthan's openers that came right after. And this is the craziest part of the whole story. The player who came in and delivered the final, decisive knockout punch was just 14 years old. You heard me right, 14. And just look at what he did. Vaibhav Suryavanshi smashed 52 runs off only 17 balls. We're talking 5 massive sixes and 4 boundaries. It was just an insane blitz that left pretty much everyone, especially the CSK bowlers, in total shock. So that's his final strike rate, 305.88. Just let that sink in for a minute. That is a level of pure, unadulterated aggression that just completely rewrites the script for an opening spell. This one chart, it pretty much tells you everything you need to know about this match. On the left, that's the 14-year-old's score, 52 runs. And on the right, that's the combined score of Chennai's entire top 4, just 14. I mean, his performance was so dominant that it just sucked every last drop of suspense out of the building. The game was over, done, inside the power play of the 2nd innings. Like the commentator said, even the fans knew there was absolutely no way back from this. And you can see this perfectly in the win probability data. Before Suryavanshi even hit his first 6, Rajasthan's chance of winning was, a solid 55%. After that one single ball, it shot up to over 70%. By the end of the 5th over, it was over 97%. He didn't just swing the momentum, he took it and completely shattered it. So, okay, we've seen this perfect storm of failure and brilliance that led to the result. But what if just one little thing had gone differently? We can actually check that out using a Critechery tool they call Black Mirror, which lets us explore these what-if scenarios. So let's run our first scenario. What if CSK's top order had just been okay? Not great, just okay. Well, in that alternate universe, where the team actually has a foundation to build on, CSK's potential score jumps from that paltry 127 all the way up to a really competitive 175. And look what that does to the win probability. All of a sudden, Rajasthan's chances drop from a near lock at 97% all the way down to 65%. Yeah, they're still the favorites, but now it's a real fight. It's a completely different match. So when you start to put all these different pieces of the puzzle together, you get this incredibly clear picture of what a true sporting demolition really looks like, not just on the scoreboard, but deep inside the data. Each of these tools gave us a different piece of the story. The Humdinger score just confirmed what we all saw. It was a blowout. But the burn rate showed us why. It was a total structural collapse in how they managed their resources. The inflection point? That pinpointed the exact single moment the fight was over. And Black Mirror showed us just how close we were to a totally different game. And really, that's the whole point. The data takes what looks like a dull, one-sided match and turns it into this incredible portrait of a perfect takedown. It shows you the precise, step-by-step mechanics of how one team can be so completely and utterly taken apart. Which kind of leaves us with one final thing to think about. We always praise the tight, back-and-forth contests as the greatest games. But maybe true dominance is something else. Maybe it's a performance so flawless, so overwhelming that it doesn't just win the game, it erases the very possibility that there was ever going to be a fight in the first place.